Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 ZR2. This model is finished off in slate gray metallic and the MSRP is just over $77,000. We have a lot to go over for this full-size pickup that has a lot of features. So let's start off with what this is powered by. There's two different engine options. This is the 6.2 liter V8. It's paired to the 10-speed automatic, and it pumps out 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. It weighs in around 5,700 pounds. 0 to 60 is 5.7 seconds. And as far as fuel economy goes, you're looking right around 20 miles per gallon in the city, 22 out on the highway. And with the ZR2 package, it provides it with just over 11 inches of ground clearance. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you'll notice that the Chevy bow tie is hollow. There's a forward-facing camera, gloss black in the main middle section here. Along with ZR2, there's red tow hooks. There's LEDs for all of the lighting. DRLs are in the middle there, and then there's also LED fog lights. There's skid plates up underneath, even the bumper cutouts to provide it with a better approach angle and just show you more of that tire. And then there's gloss black for this massive hood bulge with the 6.2 liter badge. Definitely a lot of contoured edges for that entire front end. Now the ZR2 also provides it with a 2-inch lift kit. This has the multimatic suspension, 33-inch tires with a really nice wheel. There's also the power folding side mirrors, which have a camera system and the spotlight. Sunroof up top, steel side steps as well. And then we have a good side design to it, very proportional for how massive this truck is. Now in back, there's LEDs for the lights, backup camera. There's also gloss black in the lower bumper with all the parking sensors, and there's a bed step too. So you can use that along with this handle to enter the vehicle. This also has remote start. So let's start it up real quick. And then you just hold on this button in order to shut it off. This does have a locking tailgate, so you have to make sure the vehicle is unlocked before you can start using this, where there's two different buttons for the multi-flex tailgate. So you can pop down the upper section where you have a workbench. You can flip this up where you now have a backstop. So if you have some items and this is the configuration you have to do, you still have that. And then you can still lower it like a traditional tailgate. And then you can go one step further and pop the top there. And now you have a step to easily enter and exit. You can also use the handle on that driver's side to get in as well. Now this has a spray-in bed liner, tons of tie downs, and some auxiliaries where you can charge electronics. And then a pretty light tailgate, so that's easy to use there. Now for the interior, very nice for this particular model. And then we have the two-tone design for these seats where you do have storage behind them. So you just open those up, and you even have the ability to flip up the bottom rest to put in some larger items as needed. And there's even extra storage underneath as well. You have the grab handle there to help you enter, and at 5'10", I have plenty of space. It is very large and spacious. There's storage pockets, cup holders. These are heated seats. We have the climate adjustments there, and then you have the armrest with cup holders and that power sliding rear glass. I also have about 4 or 5 inches of headroom. Look at how far this dips back up to give you that additional headspace, which is very nice to see. And then up front, we have memory seating adjustments, your side mirror controls, all of the window controls as well, Bose audio, and then similar design for these front seats. So we'll start this back up, where we have the leather steering wheel. Paddle shifters are on both sides. There's even volume and tuning. Cruise control settings, heated steering wheel. Right side, you have Bluetooth and voice commands, and then the ability to go through all of this information here. So you have quite a lot to go through, including the digital display where you can configure all of this information depending on what works best for you. And then several different icons here that you can go through as needed. So it's very nice to see that. You have different driving modes, so you can twist on that dial to go through all of those as needed. There's a trailer mode, 4-wheel drive selector, your headlights and fog lights, dimmer switches, even a cargo light. There's the e-brake and your head-up display. So you can view miles per hour. You can also pull up your distance pacing, your compass, and then your pitch and roll and degrees for the steering wheel. A little bit of storage up top. And then we have the massive infotainment system where you can go through all these icons. There is the split view as well, so you can go through info on that right side. You can get into your music, pull up your nav. You also have your phone, and then the trailering system, so you can go through that as needed. There's also a row of toggles for your lane assist, parking sensors, engine start stop. You can also open up the tailgate. You have hazards and traction control, downhill assist, rear locker, front and rear locker. There's also home and volume too. And then the trailer braking system, heated and cooled seats, and all of the climate adjustments right in the middle. You have tons of storage space with 2 cup holders there. We have the 360 camera system, so you have so many different angles that you can go through just depending on what you need to see. There's even additional camera angles when you hook up to a trailer. Then you have tons of space in the middle. There's also more storage on the sides. 2 glove boxes for additional storage. You have garage door buttons up top, and then your controls for the sunroof, sunshade, and the sliding rear glass. And here's a look at visibility. Very easy to see over both shoulders. And we'll put it back into the low range setting here where we can adjust the gears. And we'll go to second gear and give it an acceleration. And I will say, it sounds good. It's got plenty of power for the size and weight of this truck. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the 1500 ZR2. You definitely sit very high up, and hopefully you can tell on camera with the hood bulges there how you could have that blind spot on that passenger side. But aside from that, it is pretty easy to see all around. You have the camera system, which is incredibly helpful. And so it's not all that bad. It's just something that you have to get used to. But it's a nice seating position. It is something that I could see daily driving. That's what I like about most modern pickup trucks today, is the fact that you can daily drive this. So if you are a pickup truck person, you know, back in the day when it was just something mainly strictly for towing, it wasn't something that you really wanted to daily drive. You just had to use it because it had those capabilities. Now you have a good blend between both, because you can daily drive this and then use its capabilities when you need to. So there's not much else to talk about this aside from it's pretty good on long trips, which we have done in the past, several hours one way with them. And it gives you all those capabilities in a full-size truck like this. It's also not all that bad off-roading. We did take one off the pavement. It was pretty decent for the long wheelbase and obviously the sizing of this truck. So if you need to use those capabilities off the pavement as well, you have the lockers where you can, you know, go through situations like that. So it's got a lot of capabilities for what you should hopefully be using this for. But that's going to wrap it up for the 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 ZR2. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.